G'day everyone and welcome to episode number 4 for 2025. Can you believe it? We're racing through these months. So g'day everyone, welcome to the live show of the Geocaching Down Under podcast, coming to you live from YouTube and Facebook. I'm Purple Cash Eater and I will be your host. Tonight I have got the Rats, also known, muggle name is Dave. He's a geocacher from Wollongong and has been geocaching for 24 years. And he has got some terrific adventures that he's going to be sharing with us tonight. So I'm looking forward to my chat with Dave, so stick around for that. Don't forget to have a chat in the chat room with your geo mates, but please keep it PG. There are children watching as well. We have also got another winner of the GDU photo comp for the month of March. So stick around. You might be the winner. And you can see who has won that one. Don't forget, we've also got some super cool prizes to give away tonight. So you've got to be watching live to win that one. So stick around. I'd like to give a special thanks to Lainey at LK Consulting Group for the marketing mentoring and also the coaching program. Big thank you to John and Di from geostuff.com.au, major sponsor of the show. Thank you very much for the prizes and the ongoing support. Also, big shout out to C. Michelle. He handles the audio editing and some of the video editing for GDU. And thanks to my mum for supporting the podcast as well. Mucho apreciado. Now, don't forget, if you want to be entered into the prizes for tonight, you need to go to tinyurl.com/GDU wheel. That's tinyurl.com/GDU wheel. Tonight's keyword is rat's tail, and it needs to be a capital R and it needs to be a capital T. They are case sensitive, so make sure you put them in correctly. Rat's tail, 2 separate words. Pop in your geocaching name and an email address so I can contact you if I am not too familiar, and you'll be entered into the draw. So thank you very much. Now, let's have a little look and see who is joining us live this evening. Let's get some names up on the screen and see who we've got watching us live. Oh, g'day, Kim. Thank you for joining us all the way from South Australia. We've got Tankagen. We've got Cosmonaut 97 joining us. We've got DTY73 and Julie joining us here. We got Darkside Dan. Yes. Team Casho also joining us live. Thank you for joining us. Gliss is here. Yeehaw. Yeah, there is a big ACT crowd tonight. Dennis Oz 1. We've got Strange Trousers. We've got Scramping is here. We've got Aquilus 1. We've also got Chuck and Chum, the 2023 People's Choice Award winners, joining us live. Can you believe it? Kitty Catch. Hello, love. Pluto is also here. Cicada is joining us live. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. We've also got me and D has made it. Fitzy's here. Minnie K mustn't be far away. We've got Oz Fox also joining us. There she is, Minnie K. Datsun 1600 joining us live. Richery's also here. Thank you very much. Oh, we've got Hats Off. We've got Greg and Jen. Pud from Western Australia. Thank you for joining us live. Team Astro with Clear Skies. I love it. Tree Whisperers here. Oh, there's the other half of Chook and Chunk. We got DTY also as well. Special hello. Yes, hello. Ms. Maz also joining us live. We got Isa Peter is here as well. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us live. That is so cool. We got Jono Moworbs here. We've got Doomy16 joining us live. Thank you. Oh, that's so cool to see you all. Thank you. It's going to be a very interesting evening. Roddy C is also there with you as well. Thank you very much. Hats off. Appreciate that. Now, let's get into our show because we do have a bit of a big night ahead. So let's get started.
Welcome to the show.
Geocachers, muggles, viewers
and listeners. Over to you, PCE.
Let's get on with the show.
That is my favourite welcome. I love it. Thank you very much, Canberra crew. Alrighty, getting into Aussie and New Zealand events. Coming up next, we have the 25 Years of Geocaching NZ. Now, that one is GCAKR25, and it is going to be in Rotorua in New Zealand on the 3rd of May, so you've got just under a month to go. That one's going to be at the Rotorua Bridge Club, and that one is going to be on the 3rd of May. The main event's between 10 and 6. So if you can get over to Rotorua, GCAKR25, don't forget to put in your will attend for that. Following on from that, in September of 2025, we have got WA Goes Big. So that one is GCAKR25. No, it's not. GCAX966. So that is WA Goes Big. And that one is there. So GCA, WA Goes Big even on the 26th to 29th of September. That one is going to be in Mandurah. So if you can, make sure to jump on over. I believe they put on a really good event. So if you can get over to that one. Following on from that, we have the Sunshine Coast Block Party. That one is in October of this year. That one is GCARTY0. And that one is Sunshine Coast Beach Party. And it's going to be on the 5th of October, and they're celebrating 25 years of geocaching. It's going to be held at the University of Southern Queensland at Sippy Downs on Sunday, the 5th of October. So if you can make your way up to the sunny coast, hopefully you have some beautiful weather for that one. GCARTY0 is that one. Following on from that, we have early next year, March of 2026, we got the Tassie event. So the Tassie event, you can scan the QR code there and log your will attend. The Tassie event's going to be on between the 7th and 8th of March 2026 in Sorell in Tasmania, which is just a quick 10-minute drive from the airport and 25 minutes from Hobart's bustling heart. So if you can, make sure to get to that. Now, there is also a dedicated booking site which has been set up for geocaches by the Spirit of Tasmania and includes a small discount available on passenger fares. So if you are looking at going, jump on to the website and see what kind of discounts they have. But they have also mentioned that to check out your automobile club, like RACV or RACQ or NRMA, sometimes they have discounts for the Spirit of Tasmania as well, and they might be a bigger discount. But check it all out. Okay, now in terms of souvenirs, you can earn the block party status from, or souvenir, I should say, between the 1st of January and the 31st of December. You just need to attend a block party to get that souvenir. You can also get a community celebration event. Same again, just attend or host a community celebration event before the end of the year. Now, it has already started, but the Digital Treasures has kicked off. So as you find geocaches, you will earn digital credits, and that will go into opening the digital treasure. So that's pretty exciting. Another incentive to get out there. We've got hiding themes for the year. Now, the next quarter one has been released, and it is, what is it called? Return to Nature? Back to Nature? Going to nature? I don't know. Something to do with nature. Get back in nature. Enjoy nature. That's what it is. Don't forget, they've also got the locationless cache available this year as well, which is GCA 2025, which is called Where's 25, which is a locationless cache. Just need to take a picture of yourself with the number 25 to log that one. And we've also got the GIF Awards returning this year. So they're going to be on between the 6th and 16th of November. And they aim to showcase the creativity and diversity of the geocaching world. So make sure if you can make a film. We've also got the 2023 People's Choice Award winners in the chat room. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask them. We also did an episode with Chook and Chunk if you want to go back through the library and have a little look with our chat with Chook and Chunk. That was really good. And we had Pi Day, which went past in March. Hopefully you got your Pi Day souvenir, and also hopefully got the March Equinox souvenir as well. I wonder who is planning to go out in April on the 16th in their pajamas to do geocaching in their pajamas. If you do and you feel like doing it, you could get a souvenir. I don't know if you need a picture to substantiate that claim, but you can go geocaching in your pajamas and it's perfectly fine. Don't forget, in May, we've got the Blue Switch Day as well. You can earn a Blue Switch souvenir between the 2nd and the 4th of May. So if you can, get out there and get your Blue Switch souvenir. Cool. All right, I'll leave it there and we will follow up the rest of those later. Now, let's do the TB race update. How about that? Okay, so I've got a little clip here from Patrick of Found It Podcast Sweden. He's going to give us a little update on the GDU 2025 GDU race. So here we go.
Thank you, PCE. This is TB News reporting all the way from Sweden. I'm currently out driving in my new GC van and we cannot find the TBs we're looking for. So let's begin. We Michelle, TBAJZ59, still stuck in a forest in New Zealand close to Uriteti Beach. Go get it! I know there are a lot of geocachers down in New Zealand. TBAKGDE, see my shells. TB going to PCE. Well, room service, the spa and the luxury breakfast are racking up. Go get it, because it has become a daily routine. TBA4VFO, my geocache. Found it podcast to 2 Wombles in New Zealand. Well, same here, the room service, the spa, the gym and the best breakfast in town. It is getting expensive. My Geo credit card is racking up, so go get it. And next up, TBANZX8, PCE going to Sweden. This is sure is a backpacker with a lot of travels, a lot of vlogs, and currently at the hostel in the central part of Munich. Amazing. This has been Patrick for TB News. Back to you, PC.
Thank you very much, Patrick, for that update on the TB race. And third time lucky, GDU seems to be winning. After the first 2 went missing, number 3, we're in Munich. Okay, we're nearly there. We're in Europe. Come on, GDU. Oh, if anyone's watching this and collects any of the TBs, can you please add some pictures? At the moment, I don't have a single picture for any of the TBs, and I would love to see their travels. So that is pretty exciting news. Now, sticking with the Swedish theme, here is a little postcard from Bonnie. So any of those people who are new and haven't seen Bonnie before, Patrick has a new little puppy dog. She's a little bit older now. She's growing up so fast, but he sends us a little postcard of Bonnie's update every month. This month, they haven't taken much video, but we do have a little Happy Easter postcard. So there's Bonnie living her best life. Isn't she gorgeous? She's just so cute. Give her a little pat. She's a very cute little girl. So that's Bonnie's postcard for April. Very cute. Okay, let's get on with the show and I'll bring out my guest and we shall get started.
Hi, Geocaching Down Under. This is Sweden calling. Now, listen to the show.
Oh, we'll all be sick of Patrick by now. Alrighty, let's bring Dave on. Okay, here he is, the Rats. Dave, welcome.
Thank you. Hello, everyone.
How are you tonight?
Yeah, pretty good, thank you.
That's good. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate you taking the time out tonight.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Oh, no worries. All right. Well, I know from our chats that you have been geocaching for 24 years. So I was wondering, how did you get into geocaching?
I signed up 2002 and I had a passion for map and nav. I teach map and nav, so I was already an outdoorsy type person and stuff like that. And a friend of mine in the SES with a Canadian background, she said, "Oh, have you seen this thing that you can do with your GPS and all this stuff called geocaching, as they would call it in the States or Canada?" And I hadn't heard of it or anything like that. So I had a look into it, signed up, and there was 3 of us that signed up at the time under we were called the SES Rats at the time.
Okay.
And we checked it out, and our closest cache was 30 kilometres away. So we jumped in the cars, got as close as we could. Unbeknownst to us, there was a track that took you right to GZ, but I'm still a crazy person who follows the needle. Wherever the needle goes, that's where Dave goes. So we found our first cache straight up the side of the escarpment, and I don't know, I've stuck with it. The other 2 dropped off, and I changed the name just to the Rats, and here we are today.
Oh, that's exciting. So was that paper? Like, did you print off the cache page, or did you have, you said you had a GPS?
No, I had a GPS, but it
Yeah.
was the original yellow E-Trex. So there was no maps
Oh,
on it or anything like there is today. So
yeah, I had
the
one of those.
very early yellow E-Trexes were very,
Yeah.
very basic. Not even a cable from the
Yeah.
computer. So, the game was definitely an underworld game. It was like, secret squirrel stuff. You just played and incognito almost, so to speak. And, to go and find 10 caches in a day, that was a big day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because you'd print out your pieces of paper and you'd, eventually load them all in as waypoints and off you'd go. And you'd have your street directory open or whatever, trying to navigate as close as you could. And then you'd be off on foot. And it was very, very, very basic back in the days. A first to find would sit there unfound for a couple of weeks before people would go out and find it and stuff like that. So I remember turning up at my first event, and they were very genuine, just get-togethers. They were opportunities to catch up with people and that, because the message part of geocaching was very basic, and unless you talked to people and said, what's your email address, you never got there or anything like that. So yeah, it was extremely basic in its day. And I think caching density in Sydney might have been 100 or something in those early days.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I said, my closest cache was 30 kilometres from home and still active today, which super excites me. Yeah. So I think I wrote it down somewhere. GCDFF, train spotting.
There you go.
Tangles. Yeah.
And you're based in Wollongong, aren't you?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I remember, like, when I started, I had the same thing, like the E-Trex 10 or whatever it was called, and it was the same thing. We used to print out the cache page with the little E-Trex, and you'd pop in the coordinates, and you'd follow the little, the little arrow, and
that's all it was.
Paper, and it felt like a real adventure, didn't it?
Yeah, it was an exciting day when we were able to get cables that went from our computers to the GPS, so we could actually upload more than a handful. And then we got Palm Pilots, so you could have some, I wouldn't say it was live data, but you had downloaded data in your hand, and yes, here's the cache description and all this stuff, and that's good. That's done. Today's luxury compared to what we started with.
These young whippersnappers don't know how easy they've got it.
So no, it's certainly changed a whole lot.
Yeah, it really has. So you were saying there that you started with a couple of friends, but they've dropped off. I presume that you now have some other characters of geocaching that you go along with?
Oh, we have here in the Illawarra the Gong Gangsters, as I like to call them. So my three other mates, we're inseparable. Off we go. We'll do road trips everywhere, and chat offline and stuff like that. So yeah, and then there are lots of other people around the Illawarra that I communicate with too, and good friends. And caching's been part of their birth, I suppose, into the family or whatever. They see me do it, and you're obsessed with this stuff, and all of a sudden they're doing it as well. So yes, I can laugh about it.
That's good. That's good. So tell me, I've got a couple of comments here in the chat room, but tell me about some of your best hides.
Ooh, best hides. So I haven't read there in the chat. I loved and still love to this day my traffic control series. So in those early infancy days, they were just based on a set of traffic lights, a give way sign or a stop sign, and we could move caches around, and you could move them from A to B, and then you would record the coordinates online.
Okay.
So I had a pretty set of basic rules that there were only film canisters back in the day, mint tins as they are nowadays, but film canisters, magnets stuck to the outside, and you'd stick them on the post or whatever. If you found it, you had to hide it in the same day and upload the coordinates. So they went around Australia, they went to New Zealand, they come back. People got angry because they would go to find it, but somebody had picked it up potentially and taken it to Western Australia. So then there's this 2-hour delay where they were able to take it to Western Australia and still hide it on the same day, and all those funny things. And
so there wasn't a distance restriction?
No. As long as you re-hit it on the same day, on the same technique. So like I said, if it was the stop sign one, you had to hide it on a stop sign. and then and same with the giveaway or
Okay.
I forget what the third one was, but yeah, they were a lot of fun. And they, you know, if they were muggled or something like that, I would just reach out to the previous hider and say, hey guys, this has got lost. Can you put a film canister back out where they are? And off they'd go again. And they went for years and years and years. And then I literally woke up one morning and they were archived. Gone.
Oh.
Gone.
No warning.
No warning. So all movable caches ceased without any warning.
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah, I'm not even going to go there. So,
Okay.
Other hides, like I said, I'm an outdoorsy adrenaline junkie type person. So if I'm not hiding a cache high up in a tree or off the side of a cliff, that might be, you know, a 20 or 30 kilometre walk or something like that. I've got one in the Blue Mountains that's 20 years old, has 20 fines because it's so hard to get out and back there. So little things like that. I have a series of mystery caches that spell out SES. So as a passion of mine, I'm an SES volunteer. So I have on the Lake Illawarra some geo art that says SES. So I've got those type of things.
Yep.
Lots and lots of different types. But yeah, generally outdoors. I'm not a huge puzzle person. That said, I've got a series of them, but
I was just going to say the SES one. Are they puzzles or?
They are puzzles, but that was my introduction and learning curve to puzzles. So I just looked at what everyone else had, and I went, "Oh, I could mix and match a little bit of that stuff." That gave me an idea, and I tried to fill a few DT ratings as well with them and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, good fun.
Oh, that's good. So that's some of your best hides. Now I know that you've had some bad experiences while geocaching as well. Do you want to tell us some of your stories?
I'm not going to name people because I might incriminate them, but there are, over my career, I've cached with a few ongoing people. So if you know my circle of friends, you'll know, probably put some names to the things and all that stuff. But one of our road trips took us to Melbourne. Yeah. And I distinctly remember that we were in the suburbs of Melbourne at night, of course, and we got dropped off on one side of the park, and the car that we're in went round to the other side of the park to pick us up. And we were just going to walk through the park, pick up the cache and keep going. Anyway, we get close to the cache and it's just near a building, which turned out to be a indoor netball thing. And this spotlight just shines on us, and we didn't know who it was or anything like that. No one yells out who they are. So we turn around and we leg it back the other way. Yeah. Unbeknownst, we're running away from the police. So we keep running and running, and I'm pretty grateful. Victorian police generally shoot first and then ask questions. We ran and we just run out of puff in the end, and they kept running and stop, and they caught us. And why didn't you stop? Well, we didn't identify who you were either, and they admitted that they hadn't done that. So we we call up the car to come and pick us up, and the driver, who we didn't tell him the whole story, he come hurtling around the corner thinking we were in a brawl or a blue or something like that, and he nearly got in trouble for the speed that he entered the back streets with as well. So I can sit and laugh about it now, but on the time it was one of those things that you don't do. And nowadays, look, I have no qualms telling the police. The police actually use geocaching in Wollongong as a learning tool, and that's how they do their compass, their navigational work. So they're right across it. And I think if we're pretty open and honest with the police, it's not an underworld game anymore. So they understand it. So
I've had one instance where the police pulled over, seen me on the side of the road, and they said, "What are you up to?" I said, "I'm geocaching." He goes, "Okay, have a good day," and kept going. Yeah. Oh, that's good. So, that sounds a bit exciting there, that one.
Yeah, I think the person who was involved just dobbed themselves in the chat.
Oh, there you go.
So.
There you go. What a great person. Excellent. Now, in terms of what are some of your significant achievements? And I've also got another comment here. Just deleted it. What geocaching milestone are you most proud of?
Well, there are a few. 2009, we held the one-day record for the most fines in a day.
Oh, okay. So again, what was it? How many did you get?
209.
Whoa.
Yeah, which nowadays you
well
can
that
laugh
time.
at and go like that, but that was pre-power trails. We got up at some ridiculous hour
Yeah.
in the morning in Adelaide, so we'd gone all the way across to Adelaide,
Mm.
and for 24 hours straight, we in and out of a car finding them, and yeah, like I said, no power trails or anything like that. So
Yeah. Okay.
209 in a day was pretty spectacular.
That's
So
a big
was pretty
day.
good.
That is a
It was a
big
big
day.
day. Big day. I've doubled that now just because of power trails and stuff. But
Right.
like I said, back in the day, that was huge. So
And you don't get bored of the repetition jumping in and out of the car every 110 meters?
yeah, you do at the time and stuff. But
Yeah.
you give it a break for a few days or whatever, and then you're back
Well,
into it or whatever. So yes, there's always a bit of repetition. And you go, am I enjoying this? And you might shake your head for a couple of days or whatever, but you're drawn back into the love of it, and away you go again.
yeah.
So other milestones, goals, 30,000 finds at the Sydney Block
Mhm.
Party, visiting Geocaching HQ, a
Hang on,
giga in
I got a picture of you at HQ. Hang on one second. Here it is. There you
Yep.
are.
the Holy Grail, I call it.
Yay.
Yeah. So
That would have
in
been an
my,
awesome day.
it was an awesome day in my
When was
Woodstock
it?
shirt. 2022.
Oh, okay.
So,
So not too long
so
ago.
so for the delayed 20th birthday thing that they had.
Ah, yes.
So yeah, so that was pretty spectacular. And a few days earlier, we managed to go to a giga, which
Mhm.
is just, I guess, mind-boggling when you think about having that many people in the one spot. So
Yes.
that was another milestone.
That's
Yeah,
that one?
that was in Seattle.
Yep.
Yep. So with Signal, so that was pretty
Signal.
spectacular.
Ah,
What else have I done that sort of ranks up there? Oh, you complete your Jasma. I've been to the original stash.
yes.
Too many laps of my fizzy that, they're the funny stats that you try and achieve when you've been in it for as long as I have. Oh, I'll do something crazy and,
Yeah.
work on your fizzy laps and things like that. So that keeps you busy.
That's it.
Yeah,
there's
there's
the Geo Woodstock one.
Woodstock. Yeah. So
Now, let me just digress a little bit. And I just want to hear your story on this picture here, which is, you want to tell us a bit more about this picture here?
So this is the Mirrorball cache in the Blue Mountains, so the Gross Valley. There are two 60-meter pitches with a cache at the bottom. So that little rocky outcrop there is probably only about, 3 to 4 meters wide. It's a little bit longer as it juts out from the cliff. And that's halfway down. So you've got to abseil down, land on that small rock shelf, pull your rope down, tie it into the next set of bolts that are in the cliff face, and abseil down another 60 meters, and the cache is at the bottom.
And then I'd presumably climb back up the ropes.
No, thank goodness. That's the rest of the day to walk out. Yes. Yeah, so about a 4-hour walk to get out. But yeah, again, one of those mini milestones or achievements that I'm happy to. I think I was more scared walking along the ledge that gets you out to that spot than actually doing the abseil.
The abseil. And is everyone in that picture, are they all geocachers as well?
From memory, I think they are. Yeah.
Okay.
And you're going down the ropes there, and beside you, there are people free climbing up the cliff face.
Oh.
Yeah, so that section of the thing is very renowned for rock climbers and stuff like that. And yeah, you won't catch me doing
They're going
any rock
up, you're
climbing,
coming
but
down.
yeah, I'm happy to go down.
Yeah, that's the easy way, I think.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of milestones, I've got this one here.
Oh, yes. So there's my fellow
20,000.
Gong Gangsters.
Oh, the Gong Gangsters.
Yeah, and that was on Mount Townsend when that cache was active out there. And we had walked out there for my 20,000. I asked the boys to come along with me, so we walked out to Mount Townsend, and unbeknownst to me, they'd smuggled some bourbons there, so we sat down to celebrate my 20,000 find and celebrate with a nice bourbon in hand, which was very good. And as you can see,
Oh,
it's a warm day. Not.
well worth it, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
Well worth it. And that's 20,000. Now I got 25,000 here.
25,000 at Rutherglen.
Mhm.
We historically would go to the big towns before, say, a mega or whatever, and we would clear out all the caches so that when we went to the mega, we would be able to socialize more and not be out in the car, getting caches. So I went down there the week before and happened to tick over 25,000 in front of the wine barrel there at Rutherglen. Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was.
That's awesome. Get rid of the picture there for you. And it was, I don't think I've got a picture. No, 30,000 fines at the Sydney Block Party. Is that right?
Yep, 30,000 at Sydney Block Party.
So that was Australia Day this year down in Sydney.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
that
generally buy a milestone coin, and
Yeah.
I'll either leave that in the cache or the event or whatever. So that's what I've done since I ticked over 1,000. So the coins and pins,
yeah.
geo coins, I generally drop one of them in the cache where the milestone is.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that. Bit of a cool way to do it. I like it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So we mentioned earlier that you've been doing this for 24 years now. What motivates you to keep going?
Truly, the places caching takes you.
Yeah.
Everyone I hear would have been somewhere that was unique and probably where most tourists don't go, or they went there and it wasn't a tourist spot because it's still, I try and hide a cache and take somebody to a nice place. So similarly, other people do that. And I've been to many places around Australia and you go, this is unreal. And it's not even a tourist destination or something like that. So finding those locations keeps me coming back.
Yeah.
Motivation and all that is the friends I've made. I've made lifelong friends out of caching, and happy for that. And if I didn't do that, I probably wouldn't have met these people or wouldn't have them as friends and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
It's been very rewarding to me. My family might not think that at times. I've dragged them along to too many places, and holidays get organised around where caches are and stuff.
It tests their patience, doesn't it?
It does test their patience. Yes.
Now, you mentioned special places there. Can you tell us a little bit about this picture here? So this is a picture of you standing in front of a cave. Whereabouts
So this
are you?
is on the Murray River. So we went across and did the On Your Bike series.
Mm-hmm.
The GC code eludes me. That tunnel goes for about 800 meters or so into the limestone, and I think you go in maybe 100, 150 meters, and the directions and all that tell you where the cache will be and stuff. But that was unbelievable. Just a bit of a climb down. The climb down's not for everyone. It's pretty steep and at times and stuff, but there's a few ropes and that put in place and stuff, and you get down to the river, and literally once you've got to the cave entrance, put the GPS away and off you go in there, and torches in hand and find the cache. So
that's awesome. Now, you just mentioned
that
On
was
Your
pretty
Bikes.
special. Yeah, well, this was one of the characters that's just on the side of the road. I think not far out of Renmark. We were heading. We'd always go back to Renmark when we were over there for our night stay and stuff. And this strange-looking character thing sits on the side of the road. So when in Rome, do as they do. So
Absolutely. You could not take a picture with that character.
no. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, so in terms of caching for 24 years, you must have had some pretty good DNFs, but I know you've got a doozy of a DNF. Do you want to share the story of that one?
I do have a doozy and a DNF, and it's actually, I've DNF'd it twice.
Yes.
So Canangra Boyd National Park.
Mm-hmm.
That's the second time I DNF'd it with that bunch of guys there.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Thurrat Spires, or Along the Stony Towers. Let me see. I've got the GC code here. GCXHMP. So it's only about 500 meters from the car park. But
Mhm.
to get there is a 10-kilometre walk
Right.
and a change of elevation of 800 metres.
Oh,
First
your
time
word.
I DNF'd it, I got to the bottom of the first pitch going down, and the river was flooded and flowing too fast to get across. So back up we
Right.
come. And I con those guys there into going again. And we go out there and you climb up the first spire, which is the top of that photo there.
Mhm.
And then you drop down probably 10 metres elevation, and then you go across this small rock slab. And somehow they always push me to go first and stuff. So I get to this rock slab. It's about 1 metre wide, but on either side is a 100-metre drop. And it's not flat, and it had pine needles all over it. So it was rather slippery and stuff like that.
No.
And I went, caching's not worth my life. So we turned around and my
Yeah.
leg was shaking and,
Yeah.
you know, it was crazy. We turned around, come back. I nearly trod on a tiger snake on the way back. We
Oh,
literally killed ourselves through exhaustion and stuff like that.
far out.
But I think I'm past going there.
Well,
I've seen fellow caches attempt it with a helicopter even. I know
I
somebody
was
tried to get
just
there.
going to say to you, Big Matt said third time's a charm. I said, Big Matt, are you going to send out the
Yeah, no.
helicopter or what?
No, Matt won't go there. I know he won't go there. But
No.
Rough as Guts, he tried to get there with a helicopter
Yeah.
one day. So Rags, yeah, he had a crack at. He hired a helicopter and he did a
Was
few
it successful?
remote caches. No, because it wouldn't.
They
It
would
wouldn't
land.
put one of the skids down on the rocks or something
Yeah.
there, so he couldn't get out to get it.
Wow.
So yeah, but
The
yes, I've
things you
had
do
2
for
cracks at that,
geocaching. Yeah.
and I'm pretty proud of I'm pretty happy with my DNF. I'll
Yeah.
chalk that up as one I'll never get, but yeah, good luck to and happy to those who have achieved it.
Sounds like that was a day
Yes.
or two. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
That is good. Oh, dear. So how many finds have you got now?
Today 30,555, and I've
Well-
hidden 218 caches, I think it is.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah.
Are they all local, the 218?
No. So back in the day, you could hide them anywhere you wanted. There was no 161 kilometre rule. There was no.
Yeah.
The rules have changed totally. So I've got a virtual in South Australia.
Mhm.
I had a couple of the original locationless caches ones. So
Ah.
I had 2 of those where you'd literally get a find from everywhere in the world, or you'd find somebody else's cache in the world.
Yeah.
I've got them in Sydney. I've got a couple of nice ones in Sydney that overlook the harbour and, pardon me, up and down the coast, predominantly around the Illawarra and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And certainly some crazy ones that aren't for everyone. You know, I've got an adrenaline addiction series, so that's certainly they're not for
Okay.
everyone either. So yeah,
No. Yeah, it pays to read the cache description, ladies and gentlemen.
100%, 100%.
Oh. Now I'll just give you one last picture that you can talk about. So we've shown the mountain climbing, the abseiling, the long walks, all that sort of stuff. But the reason you're so keen on all of these, I believe, is part of this picture here. So do you want to explain this image here?
So I forget how long ago this was, probably early 2000s. This little Jack Russell panorama house at the top of Wollongong. He jumped out of his owner's hands and actually fell over the cliff. And fortunately, halfway down, there was a small ledge that the dog fell onto, and
Yeah.
the owners searched, they couldn't find it. Anyway, the homeowners at the bottom of the cliff could hear this dog yelping for days on end, and police called us to come along and abseil down. And I think about 25, 30 metres down, this little guy's just barking his head off that I'm right next to him on the side of a cliff, and he jumps into my hands. And the hardest part was trying to put him in the bag and keep him in the bag to then climb back up. So
Yeah.
I'm just near the top there, and one of my fellow SES people snapped that photo, and it's I guess it's done a few laps of the SES over the years.
Yeah,
It was,
I bet.
yeah, one of my nicer moments and rewarding moments, saving
Absolutely.
people, animals, all that stuff. So yeah.
So for those people who are listening to the podcast, this picture here is Dave in his high-vis orange suit, climbing back up the side of the mountain with the dog in his rucksack after falling off the cliff. So very cute picture, that one. I like that one.
Thank you.
How long have you been in the SES for?
32 years.
32.
So,
My goodness.
32 years, yeah.
I bet you have seen a bit.
Seen a bit, done a bit. Met my wife at SES. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. That's awesome. Alrighty, chat room. If you've got any questions for Dave, put them in now. Thank you for that, Big Matt. The cave cache is GC48Y47, La Cuerva, Hunlilaroo. I think that's it. So that's awesome. Have you've done the cave one as well? Yeah, that does look fun. Cool. All right. Well, that's all the questions I have for you, Dave. So you can relax, but don't run away.
No.
I want you to stay with me. We're going to move on now to our next section of the podcast. So we're going to move on to the photo comp. So let's get in and see who's won our photo comp for March.
Do you think I've got a chance, do you reckon? What for? How about the calendar photo of the month? Let's see this month's winner.
That's awesome. Thank you very much, SMS. Alrighty. So this month's, or I should say March's month, winner of the photo comp is... And the crowd goes wild. Yes. So this picture here is from Jess McDowell-Cleasy, and the picture is of Nathan Bramhold. And he's doing the honours climbing the tree while they're on their way back from the Sydney GeoQuest back up to Queensland. And so Nathan was the brave one to climb the tree here. So congratulations, Jess. Your picture will be in the 2026 GDU calendar. So thank you very much. You can jump over onto Facebook for the April photo comp. The post is pinned to the top of the page, so you just need to be the owner of the photograph or have permission from the owner of the photograph to post it there. Give us the GC code if it doesn't give it away, the title, and give us a bit of a story if there is one. But while you're over there, don't forget to vote for your favorite as well. Make sure you have gone to the April photo comp and not a previous month's photo comp. Otherwise, it's not the current comp and you will miss out on the potential to win. So thank you very much, Jess, for submitting. Thank you, everyone who voted. We're going to move on now to our prize section of the podcast, which I know you're all hanging around for. So let's get to some prizes.
Hi PCE, it's Allied Oz here in Wajak Noongar country, also known as Perth, Western Australia. My friend and yours, John and Di from geostuff.com.au, have some prizes for you. Very generous, as they are every month. Let's see what they are.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Allied Oz. Appreciate that. So let's get into our first prize. Now, our first prize comes to us very generously from geostuff.com.au. Now, I have two of these to give away. How amazing are these coins? They are the Namibia Matte Gold Geocoin, and you can see a little window there. It's actually got some of the Kalahari sand in that window. So we got two of these Namibia Geocoin Matte Gold to give away. Thank you very much, geostuff.com.au. They are worth over $30 each, so absolutely wonderful to be giving two of those away. So, Dave, what we're going to do is we're going to do the Wheel of Names to give these away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen so that we can all see the Wheel of Names. And we'll get started. There we are there. And when you are ready, everyone's name is on this list. Hopefully you've gone to tinyurl.com/GDU wheel and put in the keyword rat's tail with your geocaching name. And when you are ready, Dave, give me a countdown from 3 and we will spin this wheel.
3, 2, 1, go.
Off we go. Alrighty, who is going to win one of these Namibia Geocoins? Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Doomy or is it going to be Hats Off? Oh, it looks right on the line. It's Hats Off. Yay. Just writing that down. Hats Off. Thank you very much. Okay, your name will be removed from the wheel. And we're going to give away the second Namibia coin from geostuff.com.au. There it is there. Isn't it gorgeous? That's the front and the back. Absolutely gorgeous. With some Kalahari sand. Great. Alrighty, Dave, when you're ready, I will get you to give me another countdown.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Pew! And we are off and racing. There we go. So Hats Off has already won one of the Namibia coins. Is it going to be Team Astro? I think it is. It's Team Astro. Cool. Okay, there we go. Thank you very much. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen there for a second. And I'm just going to give everyone a chance to put their name on the wheel. So if you want to be added into the draw, please go to tinyurl.com/GDU wheel, put in your details there. And I am just going to refresh my screen. Okay, I've got some names here. Going to add them to the wheel. For some reason they're not coming over. There we go. Everybody should be on there now. So let me reshare my screen. Cool. Alrighty. So everyone should be back on there. So let's go to our second prize for the evening. Now, Dave, I will get you to tell us a little bit about these. So let me pop this up on the screen for you. And we will share what prize number 2 is. Let me just remove that and put this up here. There we go. Alrighty, tell us about your partake set.
So this is my collection of path tags. Signature one in the middle. Top right is my latest one, which is the block parties. And there's various ones. I've got one of those little mini fam things like the stickers on the back of your car. I've got one for our kids, the mini rats, one for Wollongong, and one I did for the the 2022 overseas visit. So, and then the ICC, which is the Illawarra Cation community.
Okay.
So yeah,
that's cool. So in total, one lucky person is getting the set of 8 partakes from the rats. So that is pretty awesome. Thank you very much, Dave. That is very cool. Alrighty, let's cross now to the Wheel of Names. Love it. Okay, let's add that one to the stage. Oh, I've got a late entry. Please hold. Please hold. Where is everybody? 1 second. I'm just going to confirm. I've just got a message through that one name is missing. Nope, everyone is on there. There we go. Shuffle it around. Okay, let's go again. So when you're ready, Dave, I'll get a countdown from 3.
3, 2, 1, go.
Rare, and we are off and racing. That is fantastic. So a set of 8 part tags is coming the way of Get Out of Town. Woohoo! It's DFC JLK _ 2019. 8 part tag set. Woohoo! Good job, Jess and team. That is fantastic. Okay, you are off for the wheel, and there we go. Okay, we have got, let me remove the wheel so we can show the next prize. So congratulations, DFC _ JRK 2019. And our next prize tonight has been donated by Darkside Dan, and it is a very special coin, part tag, I should say. This is Darkside Dan's Darkside Frog part tag, which is his latest and greatest part tag, I have to say. And I have got one left to give away. This is my lucky last one to celebrate Signal coming to Australia. I won't give too much more away. Darkside Dan has done a part tag to commemorate this awesomeness of Signal in Australia. So I have got it here in my hot little hands. Hopefully everyone has had a chance to add their name to the wheel. Oh, I've got a new one. Please hold. And we will get to drawing the Darkside Dan, Darkside Frog part tag. So let me add the wheel back to the screen for everybody. Let me go full screen so we can all see what we're looking at. And Dave, when you're ready, I will get another countdown from you.
3, 2, 1, go.
And we are off and racing for our final time tonight. Darkside Dan, that would be hilarious if you win. That would be so funny. I will post it to you myself. Here it is. It's Team Casho. Woo! Just writing that one down. Team Cashos. Make sure I send that one to you. So I will get that one off to you through the week. So congratulations to all our winners there. We've got hats off, Team Astro. You have won one of these super duper awesome Namibia coins with the Kalahari sand in them. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much to gsstuff.com.au. That is a totally awesome prize. The Rats full part tag set is going to Jess in Queensland. Congratulations. And the Darkside Dan part tag is going to Team Casho. Woohoo. That is exciting. Now, something else super exciting is we have started a Patreon only competition. So for those who are Patreons, we have a couple of prizes to give away exclusively to our Patreon group. So well, you wouldn't have seen it because I've only shared it with the Patreons, but let me show you what the Patreons are up for winning tonight. That is right. So we have got a couple of awesome prizes here tonight. So let me just show that on the screen here for you. So prize number one for our beautiful Patreons is the 2019 International Geocaching Day coin. I'm just going to pop that on the screen so you can see that there. There it is there. If you would like to become a Patreon and part of the exclusive GDU crew, you can head over to patreon.com/GDU podcasts. We have 3 different tiers there. You can pay for a full year in advance, which is pretty awesome, so you don't have to worry about that again. So tonight's prize number one is a 2019 International Geocaching Day Geo coin. So let me get rid of that there, and I will get rid of my banner temporarily while I share my screen. I'm just going to share my screen here. There we go. Okay, so zoom in a smidge for you all. All right, so all names have been added in to the Claw Picker. Ooh, okay. We're going to draw a name. Any name will do. And they are winning the International Geocaching Day coin. So who's it going to be? Wow. They do have to be watching live tonight. Burns345. Congratulations, Burns345. Please let me know if you are in the chat room. All the names have been flying around left, right, and center. So put in the chat room Burns345 if you are actually here, as you do need to be live. And if you're not here, then we're redrawing. Them's the rules. Because I say so. So, Burns345, get in the chat room. Let me know that you're here. And you'll be getting this awesome 2019 International Geocaching Day coin. I will give you another few seconds, and if I don't see a comment from you in the chat room, we will be redrawing. Oh, there he is, Bevan. Thank you very much. Congratulations. You've won the International Geocaching Day prize. Select the claw, not the claw. Okay, so let me just remove this from the screen And I'll show you what our next prize is. So prize number 2 for our Patreons is from the Dinosaur Collection, and this is the Stegosaurus Geocoin, which is pretty damn cool, I think. So that's prize number 2. Let's go back to the claw, and we will see, now that Burn 345 has been removed, let's see who wins the Stegosaurus Geocoin. Bam! Who's he going to be? It's Darkside Jen! It's Darkside Jen! Oh, dear. Awesome. Congratulations, Darkside Dan. Woo-hoo. You have got the Stegosaurus Geocoin. Now, I have seen Darkside Dan in the chat room tonight, so you are very welcome. You have won the second Patreon prize. Don't forget, if you would like to become a Patreon to the podcast, you can do so by going to patreon.com/GDU podcast. We've got 3 different tiers there. You can choose either tier, and yes, you are. And you can pay for a year ahead in advance if you want, and then you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the year. Gives you access to behind the scenes, some content, things like that, and our new and introduced super duper Patreon prizes. So congratulations to all the winners tonight, Patreon and otherwise. Thank you for being here live. They're our prizes for this evening. And I would like to say that if you enjoyed tonight's show, please make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified whenever a show is going live. Don't forget, if there is a topic or you would like to be a guest on the show in 2025, you can do so just by reaching out to me either through the socials, or you can send me an email. Send it over to geocachingdownunder@gmail.com. Let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods, or if you have a topic that you would be interested in, or if you'd like to be a guest. Now, I'd like to give a massive thanks to our sponsors for the podcast. Big thank you to Lainey at LK Consulting Group for the marketing, mentoring, and the coaching program. Thank you very much. I wouldn't have started doing the show without you, so thank you very much. Big thank you to geostuff.com.au, our big sponsor here at GDU, I should say. Thank you for the ongoing support and also the continued prizes. You guys are absolute gems. If you're in South Australia, head on down to GeoStuff and get all your geocaching supplies. Don't forget, See My Shell, also another sponsor of the show. He does the audio editing and also some of the video editing for me. So thank you very much. Special thanks to Mum for supporting the show as well. Very, very grateful. Now, speaking of geo stuff, let's just share the geo stuff video ad. You'll all love this.
Adventure with geostuff.com.au, Australia's premier geocaching gear provider. Whether you're a seasoned explorer or a beginner, we have everything you need to uncover hidden treasures. At geostuff.com.au, we equip you for the ultimate geocaching experience. Geostuff.com.au is your one-stop shop. From geocaching kits and containers to logbooks to t-shirts and clothing to trackable tags, geostuff.com.au has you covered. Enjoy fast shipping Australia-wide and expert advice from your fellow enthusiasts John and Di. Start your adventure with geostuff.com.au, where every find is a new story. Visit us online today and gear up for your next geocaching journey. That's geostuff.com.au. Uncover the world one cache at a time.
That's it. Join one geocache at a time. Geostuff.com.au for your geocaching needs. Don't forget to support GeoStuff. Thank you very much. Okay, now let's do a quick Patreon shout out. So here's a couple of patrons for us now.
As GDU patrons, we are proud to support PCE and the Geocaching Down Under podcast. Patrons are the heart of the show, so a big thank you to all the amazing supporters.
Your donations help keep the show alive.
So if you'd like to join the GDU family and support the show, go to the Patreon website below. GDU Plus!
Yes, it does. So thank you very much to our dear Patreons here at GDU Podcast. We've got Oh, they're going too fast. Let's just start somewhere. Allied Oz, Gliss, Contesta, Geo Joe, Lee 737, Mighty Minions, Scramping, Darkside Jan. We've got James 0116, Hev Walker, Team Casho, found at Geocaching Podcast, Wollaston, DTY73, Darren Archer, Julie, Kingfisher AU, Snappy John Gats. We've got Kitty Catch. We've got See My Shell. We've also got Sky Lizard, Cicada, Duppers, Toy Hunters, Mama Bear 66. We've got Angel G27. We've got DFC _ JLK 2019. We've also got Shorefoot 24. We've also got Bucko Raider, Burns 345, winner of tonight's Thingy Doodad, Datsun 1600, to Humbug, Strange Trousers, Ben M70, Chalk and Chunk, the People's Choice Award winners, Bernie H, Tank Engine Choo Choo. We've also got Young Old Fella as well. Roddy C and Mrs. Roddy C joining us live. Thank you very much. Oz Glory, Isa Peter, Cosmonaut 97, Arnott Family, and I'm back where I started. So congratulations and thank you very much to all of the Patreons who support the show. Thank you very much. I literally just paid for the website hosting yesterday, so couldn't do this show without you. Thank you for your financial support and also turning up to watch each month. Not much of a show if there's no one here to watch it. So thank you very much. I'd also like to give a big thank you to Dave, my guest this evening, the Rats. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciated it.
Enjoyed it. Thank you.
Oh, good. I was just going to say, I hope you had fun.
Yeah, no, I did.
Oh, good. Now, don't forget, we will be back on June 13th, second Tuesday of the month, which is when the show runs. Don't forget, I'm PCE from GDU, and it is time to get lost to get found with GDU. There we go. Alrighty. That is the end for the audio section, but let's see who's in the chat room and hanging around like a bad smell. Let's have a little look here. Who's still watching? Pluto is still here. Kitty Catch is still here. Everybody's moving. Heath McDonald is joining us on YouTube. Thank you for joining us live. Oh, Geo Joe. Yes, you missed it. We started off our Patreon-only prizes this week. Oh, bugger. Fred, thank you very much for joining us on Facebook. Yay, Jess, winner of tonight's prize. Congratulations. We'll be getting that off to you shortly. Am I doing May or jumping to June? That is a very good question, Scramping. I will be doing May.
Oops.
Whoop. Oh, well. Yeah, no, we will be next month. Yes, thank you, John. Appreciate that. Yes. May. We will be here for May. May 13. May the force be with you. Hev Walker, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Team Casho as well. Thank you. And Darkside Jan, he's still here. Yes. And Snappy Tomcats are still joining us live. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, I know, right? Chook and Chunk, I nearly got out of doing May. I'll just skip a month and we'll not talk about it. Thank you. Thank you, DTY. Yes, it was a very informative show. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it. Have you got any more plans for some next hides?
Oh, I think I'll put something out for the May souvenir.
Okay.
I do have a canoe one in mind, so another T5.
Of course.
I wouldn't be anything else from me.
Nice. So do you tend to put them out for like souvenirs or special milestones, or are you still putting them out as you think of them?
I've slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
But I just put them out whenever I feel like it and stuff like that. So
yeah. And how do you find the maintenance of so many? You've got over 200.
Well, I've got over 200, but some of them are archived and stuff like that. So
right.
I think it's around half of them are still active, but it gets a little bit demanding. You know, the ones around the lake in suburbia and that, they're hard to maintain.
Yeah.
The remote ones look after themselves because no one goes there.
Don't really need to replace the logbook too much.
I think they get affected by fires more than anything else. So.
Well, how did your one go in the Blue Mountains with all the fires a couple of years ago?
All right, survived.
Okay.
So yeah.
There you go. Yeah, no, 2 of the SES series. They are below sea level, so great for stats hounds. That's
Oh, there you go. I did have one below sea level. I've
Yes.
had my own underwater one, so
Oh, okay.
very, very hard to maintain.
Yeah,
So three
Yeah.
meters down in Lake Illawarra. So
right.
get your snorkel out and away you go.
I've seen some of those like scuba diving ones, and I think, yeah, how do they maintain them?
It was hard work.
Yeah, I bet it was. Oh, but it looks like a very cool cache container. Like, imagine scuba diving gear to go get it.
Yeah.
Team Astro, great show, wrapped about the fluke, low probability win on the wheel. You are very welcome. I think everyone loves the Wheel of Names. I'll have to add to the Claw in future. We'll see what we can come up with for the next one next month. The Claw was just maybe a premiere night only, but we'll see. We'll see how we go. Oh, it's the Craw, not the Craw, but the Craw. Thank you. I'm glad someone got the joke. Oh dear. So you've got plans for the next souvenir, have you?
I do, yeah. Like I
Yeah.
said, a canoe cache, but I guess that's part of the of living near a nice body of water or near the
Yeah,
coast or
that's right.
or the bush is right behind us as well, the escarpment. Not that I can hide too many up there, but that's catchment land. So
How are you going with the treasures?
I think I'm happy to report you don't have to find them in order, as
Yes.
the podcast or the podcast and the blog was telling you, find these in order. You don't have to find them in order, so that's a
Right.
bonus. So I think I've got 4 or 5 of those out of the 7 unique different types. I haven't tackled the 4 trads yet, so I did the early ones. I think anyone who went down to Victoria easily picked up the first lot down there, which I did. But then, these April ones I haven't. I've made a bit of a start, but again,
Yeah.
if I don't get them, I don't get them. If I get them, I get
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
So
It adds another element to the game, which can be a bit of fun, but you don't have to do them,
no,
obviously.
that's it.
That's good.
That's the best part of it. You can always say no to
Yeah, these little things.
some of the things.
So Julay's put in here, don't forget about the 5 community celebration events near Maruya. Order the 6th of June. Lots of ALs now released as well. Oh, they're already out. How exciting. Alrighty, go and have a look at Maruya. 4th to the 6th of July. That's blink of an eye and that'll be here. 2025 is racing along again. There you go. Thank you very much for that, Julie. I appreciate that. Cool. All right. Well, I might love yous and leave you, seeing as everyone is dropping off. Yes, it says in order to get the treasures, not to get them in order. Yes. Yes, it is. It's got to be. You got to be careful with the wording. It's in order to get the treasures, not to get them in order. There you go. Thank you,
Clever,
Hev.
yes.
Appreciate that. Enunciation is important, and so is commas. Excellent. All right. Well, thank you again, Dave. Really appreciate the time. It's so interesting to hear some of your adventures. I wish I
you.
could say I've done a quarter of what you've done, but there's definitely a few there that you've shared that are going on the bucket list.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
You are very welcome. Thank you very much, Dave. Have a good evening and hope everyone else out there has a great evening. Now it's cooling down. Get out there, do some geocaching, take some pictures, put them in the photo comp. You can be in the 2026 GDU calendar. If not, just jump on the socials and say hi. Love talking to you all. Thank you all for being here live. Really appreciate you taking the time out of your week to join us. So lovely to see you all. Thank you very much. You are very welcome. Thank you, prize winners. Thank you for being here live. Thank you for watching. And thank you for interacting with us. Like I say, without you, there is no show. So thank you very much. And we will see you in May. Then I will see you in June. How about that? Excellent. Have a good night, everyone. And thank you so much. Bye.